press that my brother had made. He used 2x4s for the framing and cut the angles, made the frame, and 2x6s along the bottom for the support of the base. And he used oak 1x for the frame of that base and bent metal inside. As you can see, it just bent it and cut it for a tray. And then I put a copper pipe in there to drain the juice. He has it on an angle with them wheels in the back. There we got the slats right there for the press. He just spaced them out and used the strapping for plumbing right there, and just went around and spaced them so that the pulp juice could come out. He has a regular vice screw, wood vice screw from Woodworker's Warehouse, and that was around $70. But that was the most expensive thing, but it's what you need to make it work. See that hopper on top, that cedar hopper he made, that top comes off. It gets tight, but you can still take it off. When you start putting the pulp in, it gets wet, it'll tighten up around it. But inside here, I'm gonna give you a view of that. How I took PVC and just put the stainless steel screws in, and that's what will turn your pears, apples, anything, and crush it up to pulp. And I just made rows of that, and I'll go right straight down into that wine press. Here he has a bracket where you can take the wing nuts and just take it right off of that angle iron. So when you're ready to press the pulp out, it just take the wing nuts and the hopper off and turn that crank with an iron pipe. Here is the iron rod he used attached to that PVC, and he'll just hook a drill to that. If you had a little heavier of an iron rod, you could run like a belt driven system, an older system, maybe even a steam engine, and it's as simple as that. It just comes right out there. Here's the top of the press that would go on the worm, and the way he did this, he used 1x oak, and he used a jig with a router. You want to make sure that you have a perfectly round top, a little shorter than the opening of that bin there, because them slats, they warp and they get swelled with water. So you got to make sure you got at least a 1/2 inch space around that top part, because it's not going to push down in there. Everything's going to get binded in there. So it's imperative that you make something perfectly round, however you go about doing that. But it's not that hard to build.